welcome to another episode of Lucysquickone. I got you with all the news. Let's go. Well, before I go into the stories for today, have you subscribed to my channel? If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Just go down there and subscribe, and of course hit the bell so when next I post, you get to know first. Now, do you miss going to cinemas? Personally, I don't, because I rarely went when the cinemas were open. But just when I was like, you know what, I'm going to change, I'm going to be going out more, meeting more people, COVID-19 happened, and well, I was back into my shell, I'm back into my house. Now, some celebrities, or let's say some actors, are calling for the reopening of the cinemas in Nigeria. We had the likes of Fowles, we had the likes of Omotola Jalade Ekende, we had Rita Dominic, Nancy Sime, Yvonne Jegede call the federal government. They joined their voices with the Cinemas Exhibitors Association of Nigeria to call the federal government to actually reopen cinemas. Now, their argument was that, number one, a lot of lives depend on the reopening of this cinema because, people work there and they get paid. And then secondly, that, airlines are open. Just recently we heard that, international flights will be reopened on August 29th. That's if everything goes on well. And then thirdly, they also argued that, we have lots of countries that have already reopened their cinemas with certain safety measures put in place. So why not reopen cinemas in Nigeria? They went back and forth with the whole thing. And this sparked a whole reaction on social media. Now, on one hand, we have people who say, these guys are right because this is their work. And if people are not watching them, they are not getting any money. Plus, a lot of things have been reopened in the country. So why not just open the cinemas as well? Because people are sad. So people need to just get things that will make them happy. But on the other hand, we have people who say that these guys are just very greedy. They're only concerned about themselves, about enriching their pockets, and that's why they're calling for the reopening of cinemas. But the funny thing is, we also had other people who were not judging them, but they were just saying that they wanted schools to reopen, basically the tertiary institutions. And they're saying that, okay, we have people calling for reopening of this and that, but nobody is calling for the reopening of tertiary institutions. I don't know if it's going to fight for you. Anyways, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Personally, I feel that basically safety should always come first. That's what I feel. But let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Do you think that it's high time the government reopened the cinemas in Nigeria, or do you think that we should still chill and wait and see how things are going, because the numbers are still going up? There is updates, people. Now, internet celebrity Ismaila Mustafa, also known as Mompha, has been rearrested by the EFCC. Now, this is more like an update to his money laundering charges that he was facing by the EFCC, which started around 2019 in November. Yes. Now, the way it happened is what actually makes me laugh. So, Mompha went to the EFCC, went to the anti-graft agency to get his belongings that were seized when he was arrested. He went to get his wristwatches, his phones, his AirPod, and some other things. And then when he got there, they gave him his property. And then it was gathered that just when he was about to leave, or after he had left, barely a few minutes after he had left, he was waylaid and taken back to custody. Now, this caused a whole lot of people were like, okay, what's going on here? What's happening? And even his lawyer was talking and saying that this is very illegal. And then when people were asking questions, the spokesman for the EFCC had to come out and say, you know what, he was not rearrested because of the money laundering charges that is still ongoing, but he was rearrested because a new case of internet fraud was found against this man. Afterwards, Mompha, through his lawyer, sued the EFCC to the sum of 5 million naira for what he called illegal arrest. And then people were like, okay, this is really getting interesting with this guy. Now, they are still not being able to lay their hands on concrete evidence against Mompha. So that's why they are going back and forth with the whole situation. But if anything happens, I'll definitely let you know. Big Brother Naija, Nigerians are not smiling with you right now. In fact, they are very pissed. I hope that they find a place in their hearts to actually forgive you. Now, this is talking about the Big Brother Naija voting system. The funny thing is, people did not have a problem with this voting system until now. So, just in case you missed it, or let me just give you a recap of what actually happened. So, during the week, or on Sunday, which is the normal eviction show, we had Nigerians vote for who they think should stay in the house and who they think should leave, except from the head of house and the deputy. That's Kidwaya and Erica. Now, people voted, and then, as usual, the people with the least votes, the last 4, would get to be nominated by the housemates for eviction. And so the housemates nominated this person and that person. At the end of the day, more people asked that Kaisha should leave the house, and then Kaisha was evicted from the show. And then when people now saw the statistics, they found out that Kaisha was leading the 3 others on the list. And people were like, no, this is not fair. Like, Kaisha was already making everything interesting in the house. She was already getting into a form of entanglement with Neo. So why is she going home? Plus, she had the highest number of votes and the bottom 4. So why is she going home? Is it that our votes do not count and everything? That people started talking and started saying that right now they feel that the housemates should not have the power to evict anybody or vote for who they feel should leave the house. And it went back and forth. You know, I feel that this just makes or drives conversation when it comes to Big Brother, because sometimes there's nothing to talk about, because sometimes it looks like the housemates are just going like this, like this, like this. On another level, something else that struck me was Erica and Lekon. So this lovely evening, you know, Lekon has decided to like leave Erica for Kidwire and just face his business. But this lovely evening, Erica was like, you know, I don't like this vibe you are giving me. We used to be friends. Why are you giving me this kind of vibe and all that? But what pained me was the plantain that Erica was frying. Erica was frying plantain while she was talking to Lekon, and the plantain got burnt.
You are being really cold.
I honestly am not doing it intentionally.
No, yeah, like I'm not angry this time. I'm just fine with it. Now I understand. I'm not surprised. I'm not going to be surprised anymore by anything you're doing. Do you get?
Do you think Lekon should still be friends with Erica, or do you think that Lekon should just stay on his own? I'm still saying it. Lekon is still my winner in that house. Lekon or Dorothy. Congratulations to Kiki Mordi. She got her very first Emmy nomination. I like it when people's hard work are just always recognized. Like, it just touches my heart. I can't just wait for my hard work to be recognized. Okay, back to Kiki Mordi. Now, so Kiki Mordi got her first nomination for a BBC I documentary. Remember Sex for Grace documentary in 2019, October, where in fact the whole internet was buzzing. Like, now, if you, in case you missed it, remember that documentary about sex for grades, where Nigerian and Ghanaian lecturers were exposed for asking for sex in return for grades to their students, and the cameras were hidden and people were playing their parts and all that, and it caused a whole lot of conversation on social media. Yes, that one. She got her very first nomination in the current affairs segment or category, and in fact she was nominated alongside a lot of people, but for that recognition a lot of people have congratulated her and said she did well. In fact, that documentary deserved the accolades that it got, and I wish her the very best. And that's it for this week's episode of Lucysquickone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for always dropping your comments. Don't forget that. And of course, thank you for sharing. And I got you all the news next week.